Hello. Thank you for joining me. If this is a replay you're watching of the first Building True Confidence video in this confidence series of 2020. So I'm going to be looking at my notes from time to time, I hope that's not going to be too distracting. Okay, so first, let's talk about what is confidence and what it is not. So it's not self-esteem, so what you think of yourself. It's not ego. It's not being self-centered. It's not always thinking of yourself. It's not not considering others. So what is confidence? This confidence helps you stand up for yourself. It helps you vocalize your thoughts and feelings. It helps you advocate for yourself. Those are the benefits that you can reap, some of them, from embodying true confidence. So this is not something that is purely part of your personality. You aren't someone who is confident or you're not confident. It's not something you are. It's a skill, it's an ability that you can grow and improve. Certain situations come across, we come into certain situations and certain events happen and people say certain things or our mindset changes over time to impact our confidence negatively. And I'm going to be working on those things during this workshop. I'm going to be covering the major factors internally and externally that we have control over, what we can manage and change and remove or reduce in our lives to improve our confidence. There are things that you have control over to impact your confidence positively. So self-esteem is general feelings about yourself. For example, how much you like who you are in the present moment. Do you feel that you're a good person and are you likable and pleasant to get along with? That is not confidence. Confidence takes more work. Self-esteem is something you can change with losing weight, changing your hairstyle, getting a makeover, working on your skin. So if you have lots of skin problems and scars that can impact your self-esteem, it does not need to impact your confidence. Confidence can be, if you think that, oh, I feel so confident in this new dress or with this makeup that covers all of my acne scars, I feel so confident. That's not actual confidence. Because you will notice once those changes go away, once you don't do those things anymore, you feel less confident. That is a sign that it's not true confidence. If you are really, truly confident, you will not feel less confident when you have a crap hairstyle like I just went through recently. It will not hold you back. Likewise, if you feel like the wardrobe is out of date or you've picked up a bit more weight than you're used to, all of those surface things won't impact true confidence. For example, a while ago, I conducted my first in-person workshop. It was 2 years ago. So everything went well, all the preparations, I was feeling so good about everything. I was so excited. Get to the venue, my sandal breaks, getting out of the car. So that whole 3-hour workshop I had to do with no shoes, barefoot. So you can just imagine how it can really shake a person, where you really want to bring across a professional image and know what you're talking about and focus on what you want to say and how you want to impact the people, the attendees, the clients, because it was a coaching workshop. So believe it or not, I went through this workshop completely unfazed. Some of the ladies didn't even notice I was barefoot. Only one lady actually saw that I didn't have any shoes on. So that is one example of where true confidence will save you. It will help you get through a situation. If things don't go according to plan, something happens to rattle you, but you actually can push through and show up as the person you want to be and bring across the value or message that you want to. Do what you want to do, be who you want to be, regardless of circumstances. That is true confidence. So just 5 years ago, that would have just completely upended me, it would have ended me, that day would have been a disaster. So you can just imagine, I have changed like 180 in the past 7 years. I would say the changes started when I had my son. So I will go into more detail on my own journey during this series, sharing with you where I started and where I am now. I started with, just to give you a snapshot, severe social anxiety, extreme shyness. So only later, when I started learning more about counseling, I learned that my shyness was not that, it was anxiety, but more specifically social anxiety regarding strangers, large groups of people, even just phoning someone that I did not know, personally know or had not interacted with before, would just fill me with fear, and I would be frozen, not able to take action and speak up. I could not make that phone call. I would actually start crying. That's how bad it was. And I even had a fear of driving. That was because of confidence. I had no confidence in my own ability to push through and learn the skill. I was deathly afraid of this huge machine that I was completely in control of if I had been driving. And just thinking about all these situations, everything that could go wrong, I had no belief in myself whatsoever in situations like that. So I changed dramatically over the years, and I want to help you embody true confidence. It starts inside. It does not have anything to do with the outside. That is self-esteem. That is ego. It does not have anything to do with confidence. And you can, right where you are right now, you can build true confidence, regardless of circumstances, regardless of whatever goes wrong. So that is an example of what a truly confident woman can get through and, completely unraveled. So where does true confidence come from? How do you build that? I'm going to quickly list a few things that we're going to be working on together. Firstly, define who you are, your identity, the worth of yourself as a person in this life, and not of the worth of your worth of your soul in the next. So not your worldly worth, as in other people's idea of you. Do not define you as others see you. Every single person has a view of who you are, an opinion of who you are. Don't let that rattle you, change you. Don't let that define how you show up for yourself and others in this world. Secondly, define what you stand for. What beliefs and values do you want to live for? A sense of purpose in your life. That will drive confidence high. Thirdly, define your fears and insecurities. Which thought patterns or damaging beliefs do you hold consciously or unconsciously about your self-worth, character traits, or abilities? Those things can negatively affect your confidence, so pull it down, or it can build your confidence. So you can leverage those things to build the confidence, lasting confidence that you desire. Next, define what you know to be true. Observable facts about your self-worth, character traits, or abilities. So, firstly, what I just went through, just to reiterate, to make this very clear. The previous one I mentioned was define your fears and insecurities. Which thoughts and patterns or damaging beliefs do you hold about your Self-worth, character traits, or abilities. So what are the negative things that you're thinking and believing about yourself? Next, now we're talking about what you know to be true, observable facts. So what can you prove about your worth, your character traits or abilities? And then lastly, define confidence building project plan. So define a plan of yourself, how you're going to be tackling all of the scenarios and situations where you feel you lack confidence and where you feel like your low confidence is holding you back. Create a plan of action that lists the actions you will take and the habits you will install to begin proving to yourself your worth, abilities, and potential. So I call this, what's the word? Exposure. So gradual exposure, that's the word, gradual exposure. So if you hold certain insecurities and fears that are related to your confidence, you create a plan of gradually exposing yourself to those things to prove to yourself that you can push through, you can show up for yourself in those situations, you can persevere and perform and succeed in those situations. So part of gradual exposure to fears and insecurities over time, obviously, is proving then to yourself that you are far more capable than you previously thought. So that is it in a nutshell. Let me know if you reiterate or explain in a bit more detail. I wanted to come on here today and just explain to you what this series is about, what my belief is about true confidence, where I started, and some of the areas that we will be working on together for you to build true confidence for yourself. So I'm super excited. I've always wanted to work with women on this area in their lives. So I'm so looking forward to you all joining me. Please comment below with your thoughts and questions, and I'd be happy to address them in future videos. So let me know if you're excited, if you're as excited about this as I am, and whether you'd like me to go into detail on any of those points or explain a bit further about confidence and the parts of confidence that could benefit you the most in your situation and your lifestyle. So thanks for joining me, and look out for the next video tomorrow.